Hello and welcome back to my channel eMaths, and today I'm back with part 2 of common mistakes because we still have many questions in which students make mistakes. So another common mistake which I'm bringing in front of you is about addition, subtraction and multiplication of algebraic expression. Like if I have to 2x plus 3x plus 4y. If I have to add this expression, I will first of all look for common like terms. So here if I see these two are the like terms, that means I can only add up the numerical coefficients of this algebraic expression, and this 4y will be written as it is. So in addition or subtraction, we first have to look for the like terms. If there are like terms, you need to take the numerical coefficients of those terms and do the addition and subtraction as per their signs. Like here I took the positive ones, so the numeric coefficients were 2 and 3 of the like terms, so I added them and I got a 5x, and this 4y will be written as it is. So that means this is our final answer for this question. It cannot be solved further. Now I'll take the same terms, but I'll put a multiplication sign here. Now when it comes to multiplication, then you have to multiply all the numerical coefficient. Here we are not looking for like terms. Multiplication has nothing to do with like terms. You need to take all the numerical coefficients and multiply them. So here when you will multiply, you'll get 2 2s are 4, 4 4s are 16. Now for the variable part, what will you do is x. If you need to include exponents in this now, if you have the same bases, then you have to add up the powers. So here if you see, this has power 1, this has power 1, because these are the two variables which are same. So x will be written once and the power will become 2 because it is coming twice in the expression. Then y is coming once, so y will also be written in just that answer. That's why we always say that if there is a multiplication or a division sign, we count that entire expression as one expression, because we can simply solve it and write it like this. Although I took three terms, but when I multiplied them, I got a monomial. And here I took 3 terms, but since there were 2 like terms, so I added them and I got a 5x here. So my answer became a binomial instead of a trinomial. So we'll call this as binomial. So this is also to make a note of, like if in a question is asked that identify the monomials, binomials, trinomials, then you need to look if there is any like term. You need to first solve them and then find the final expression, final solution expression, and then write whether it's a binomial or monomial or a trinomial. So if there is a multiplication or a division sign between any term, that is counted as one term. This is not a trinomial, because as you can see my answer, it is a monomial. Now I would like to talk about multiplication of rational numbers. Multiplication of rational numbers, if I say, of course I am going to have the rational numbers, multiplication of rational numbers. So like for example, I have taken minus 4 upon 3 into 6 upon 5. Now right now you might be thinking that it's so simple, why am I giving you this example? But there are students, what they do is, since they had that thing of taking out the LCM in addition and subtraction, they continue with the same thing and they take the LCM here as well. Whereas in multiplication, we can of course cross or upon. 3 1s are, 3 2s are. I cannot cancel these two terms because both are numerators. In multiplication, one has to be a numerator and the other has to be a denominator while cancelling. You cannot cancel the numerators, you cannot cancel the denominators. It has to be a numerator and a denominator. So like here I have done the cancellation in crossways. It's correct because here I have taken the numerator, here it's a denominator. So that's perfectly fine. So my final answer will be minus 8 upon 5. In multiplication, there is no need to take the LCM, or else you'll get the answer wrong. LCM is meant only for addition or subtraction, and only when there are unlike terms. Otherwise, if they are like rational numbers, you can simply take the numerators and add or subtract them. Denominator will be taken as a common thing. You will not add or subtract the denominators. Now, another thing that I would like to discuss is number line. Now, while drawing a number line, ensure that if you are drawing a number line for integers, then integers is another set of numbers which has both negative and positive numbers in it. So that means it will have arrows on both the ends, because we don't know what the last number is. So it has to have arrows at both the ends. I am telling you about the integers. And when you are marking the numbers, ensure that there are equal gaps between the numbers. The gapping between each number should be the same. Secondly, arrow I have already explained. In case if you have to find a number, a rational number, let's say you have to mark 3 by 4 and minus 1 by 4. So how will you make it out that what parts are you going to have in the number line? Now, since if you see we are having the same denominator, so when you draw the number line, just draw it. Now, mark a 0 here. Whatever is the denominator, with that you will start writing your numbers. Next number will be 1 upon 4, 2 upon 4, 3 upon 4, 4 upon 4, which is of course the whole number 1. And over here as well, minus 1 upon 4, minus 2 upon 4, minus 3 upon 4, and minus 4 upon 4, which is again a integer. Now, look here. Whatever is the denominator, you are going to have that many parts between two integers. Like if you see that if 4 is the denominator here, that means you are going to have 4 parts. See how? 1, 2, 3 and 4. Between the two integers, it will have that many parts as it has the denominator. So if the denominator is 4, that means between two integers it will have 4 parts. If it is 5, then it means you have to have 5 parts. 1 by 5, 2 by 5, 3 by 5, 4 by 5 and 5 by 5. You have 0 and 1, 5 by 5 is actually 1. So between 0 and 1 you will be having 5 parts. So it entirely depends on the denominator that how many parts between integers it is going to have. I am sharing all these common mistakes because I have observed that children tends to make these mistakes, and I don't want them to make these mistakes and get full marks, because math is very scoring. So I hope you have liked my video, you have understood what common mistakes are and how you can prevent them. Keep watching my channel, do share it with your friends, and also in the last video I told you to post your questions if you have any in maths. I'll definitely come back with it.